Don't blink. It's your boy Hank. Welcome to the new another. Sorry guys. 4 days diet. 4 days no fapping. Whew. We're the 4th of September today, which is not a special day, but we did watch something special. Again, this morning I was playing the tower. It's weird because me me doing this challenge is draining me emotionally a lot, and I know I don't seem like but I'm an addict. I'm an addict kicking an addiction, right? So it's normal to be in this case. Um, you see, I was playing the tower because the tower doesn't require work, and it's pretty popular on YouTube. I get good views for it. So the tower, I don't need to talk. I can just watch shows. I watch movie, and that's what I was to talk about. We made a channel. We made a shout out to the channel of Movie Central, which uploads free movie, and the movie we saw was Hansel and Gretel. There was no credit, right? The only thing I can tell you is the second movie was released in 2025 and 2015. The story of those two movies is pretty simple. We're revisiting the classic of Hansel and Gretel, which are two kids that have been abandoned by their father. They've been abandoned by their father, so they roam the forest. They find a house and gingerbread. They eat the gingerbread. They get fat. They get cooked. They get eaten. Right? Pretty simple. However, this is a much better version. This is a version that is, to me, much more interesting. I actually listen. Did I think the movie was great? No. Did I think they were enjoyable? Yes. Do you need the movie to be great? No. You can enjoy it. No matter what. I was gonna say no, regardless, but it's regardless and no matter what at the same time. So the movie is about Ansel and Gretel. They're now older. Ansel is a bum who only plays video game, the classic stereotype for a young adult male. I wonder where they get that. Ink. And Gretel, she's working with this person that owns a bakery shop, right? Now, my problem with this person that owns the bakery shop is within the first 4 to 5 minutes of the movie, you know it's her, the bad guy. You know it's her. Of course, if you know the story of Hansel and Gretel, you know that there's a witch. There's people being eaten, right? Now, what does change and what is fantastic is um, the witch, which is Lilith, um, see potential and she sees potential in Gretel, so she's trying to recruit her to become a witch, right? So she captured Hansel and Gretel. She's gonna be eating Hansel, but she wants Gretel to be one of the witch, right? We in the second movie we know why, right? And that's pretty much it. That's the whole movie. The whole movie is a bunch of people locked inside a basement and are trying to get eaten. Is the friendship or the bond between brothers and sister? Is the witch? We're gonna be talking about the movie, what I felt about it, right? After, for now, we're just gonna do a very quick summary of the two movies. With the second movie, which is once again I think it's 3 years later or a year later, I don't remember. At the end of the movie, the first movie, Gretel becomes a witch, right? So the second movie is once again it's Hansel. Now that you know that there's witch, wants to hunt witch. If you saw the movie with what's the name of the guy who plays Hawkeye in Marvel? I don't remember, but he does it Hansel and Gretel, right? And that's the same concept, the same idea. So they go to hunt witches, but the cool thing is the first movie we saw the brother and the sister fighting, no, fighting together. Now they have to fight each other. The second movie is about a coven of witch. There's a lot of witches. Lilith, which was the witch in the first movie, being dead. There's like a free place in the power. So different witches are working together to be in charge of the coven. However, it does feel like Gretel is being possessed by Lilith. It's not clear. I thought she wants to defend the town. The second movie was confusing. Now, my critic of the two movies. First movie, cool. It does feel Hallmark. It's not a lot of budget. Again, Lilith being suspect number one, and the first 4 minutes is kind of not cool. However, in the first 20 minutes, it is confirmed that she's the one. So it's not necessarily like, oh, I guess that she was the final boss. No, she's the final boss, and we know it from the beginning. My complaints: there's some cool moments. They're swearing. It's kind of cool. It's funny. The relationship between the brother and the sister, you believe it, right? My flaw for the movie is the witch in itself. She's super strong. There's no ending to her. She has two child, which are grown fucking men. They're huge, right? They're huge, and these two go down like this. But the witch, her, which is a frail old woman, no. My problem also is she wants Gretel to be the witch, but she does nothing to. Well, she tries to convince her, but she doesn't do. You would think that a witch that had been alive for that long would do better, right? Otherwise, the first movie is kind of cool. It's kind of good, not great, but kind of good. Second movie is possibly some of the worst things that I saw. There's some really good point though. There's some really good quality. And the first movie we meet both Hansel and Gretel, right? Sorry, I'm gonna have to do the tower a little bit. The tower a little bit. The great part about the movie is the first movie. I don't know if it's on purpose. On the first movie, you do feel like they were planning for a sequel. It does feel like it, and a sequel kind of cool because the first movie does show a Gretel that is very shy, a Gretel that is very in her own place. Now that she is being controlled or possessed, there's no meaning. There's a couple of times that you think that she's possessed by Lilith, but she might not be, right? So it's not good. It's not even enjoyable. But the first one was so good that I give it a chance. But the second one, Gretel, she looks radiant. She looks really good. She looks beautiful. You see her and she's like, wow, she really changed. Almost as if they changed actress. They didn't, but still. The second movie, the other great part is Hansel. He's kind of like a badass. He kills witch. He is really cool. But it's just a bunch of weird things. Like, for example, Hansel meets one of his old crush, because Hansel just left, as I said before, to hunt witches. And that old crush is like, oh, why didn't you call me back? Why didn't you want a second date? And she has his boyfriend. But she has this boyfriend, which is supposed to be like, okay, well, you miss your chance, Hansel, and you're kind of rooting for Hansel to win back the love that he lost. Then you realize that the boyfriend is gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but why put him in a couple if he's gay? Right? Why not be a bigger brother, protective, that said, hey, you hurt my sister, I'm gonna let you hurt her again. Right? Gretel is a mess. I love the actress. She did a really good job, but she's a mess. She's fighting the witches, promising her brother. After that, you realize that she's using her brother to eat the witch so she can gain their power. But it's not clear what's her purpose. It's not clear if she's Gretel or she's Lilith. After that, there's another witch, a secret witch, which is Hansel's first girlfriend. She becomes another witch. She's like, oh, you're not gonna push me, and then she burns Lilith. So why did you bring up Lilith? It's really weird. And it's not enjoyable. However, like I said, Hansel and Gretel both have a shine up. I would have really loved to see a Gretel that's bad, but at the end, Hansel is able to at least kill her or bring her back. There's none of that. I feel like this movie was made in hope for a third one. The second one was just bad. The first one was really good though. Like the first one, I actually enjoyed it. Second one, nah, bro. There's three witches, right, that are going after Gretel because she's now so Lilith was the witch of the coven. So the coven was a group of witches, and like, okay, well, I'm the new witch in town. I'm the new queen witch, and it's kind of cool because like, okay, cool, holy shit, a new queen in town. Then you realize that she doesn't serve a lot of purpose. And again, it's not the problem that she doesn't serve a lot of purpose. It's just that you put so much emphasis on the coven. You put so much emphasis on Lilith. It's like you have the good build-up. The build-up is actually pretty good. Like, okay, well, is Gretel a good guy or a bad guy? Because at the end of the first movie, they say, oh, she's a bad guy. Now, there's a lot of people being killed. You see her killing other witches. But like, she's killing witches. How's that a bad thing? And then you realize that she's a bad person, right? And you're like, okay, well, I didn't see that coming. And it's not that I didn't see that coming because it's clever, because it's just confusing. It is confusing. It's not like, oh my god, plot twist. That's it. Anywho, I'm gonna have video. I'm not gonna give notes because that's not my kind. It's not my type to do. But the first one is good, and I would say, it's easy. I don't know the director. There's a lot of Hansel and Gretel movie, but I would say that easily. You can watch the first movie while watching the second one, and I would recommend it. But you do what you want. You're a free person, a free soul, a free will, and that's pretty much it. Love you guys. Take it easy. You know what? I shouldn't do like this piece. I should do like this because it's better. It feels better. It feels more real.